There is a problem, and we're going to talk about it next hour. And it really revolves around the word equity. Equity and equality are very different. Equality, root word being equal. All men are created equal, and it focuses on the individual. Equity does not follow and focus on the individual. Equity focuses on the collective, the group, that everyone will finish the same. So you have to compare yourself always to somebody else. What's the problem with Facebook and, well, I mean, this is a long list, but what's the first problem that we have with Facebook and social media? Is that you feel bad because you're constantly comparing yourself to somebody else. And you'll see, usually bogusly, you'll see, oh, well, they're really happy. They're really doing something, and I don't have that opportunity. And you feel bad about yourself. Comparing your position to anyone is A, irrelevant, and B, a recipe for disaster. That's equity, an equal outcome. That's not what America is based on. Next hour, I'm going to show you how they are taking this equitable idea and destroying property rights. They are destroying the individual. This cannot stand. And it comes from Marx, from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. This is the problem. They say that we are unequal with one another. And yeah, we are. We're born equal, meaning we have the same rights. But what we do with those rights and our learned responsibilities is up to us. If you decide to go through school and skate, well, that's your choice. Oh, you didn't get a good grade. Well, you didn't study. Oh, I know, but I have problems at home. Okay, that's cool. And, we can talk about that. Don't get that grade. No. Your problem is you don't get that grade because that grade means something. It's a way for us as individuals to sort people and say, nope, this person is a performer. Now, you can come and say, well, but I have special circumstances. That's cool. That's cool. But I may, for instance, a surgeon. Yeah, I got all D's in surgery. And I know you're looking for a new surgeon. But I had a really tough time because I have a sleeping disorder. Okay, all right. Did you have that taken care of? Well, kind of. Okay, I need a surgeon that is the best. So that grade tells me you're not the best, and you're not filling me with a lot of belief that you are correcting that problem and you are the best. So sorry, I don't want an equal doctor. I want the best doctor. And all of us know this. All of us know this. I don't want an equal bridge. I want the best bridge. If I'm driving over a big span of a canyon, I don't want, well, all bridges, it's an equal outcome. No, no, it's not. I want to make sure that one was built by the best people and it's the best steel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What's happening right now is we are now starting to, we've done college-ready math benchmark scores. They are now abolishing this. The SAT now is being abolished. You don't have to have an SAT. You don't have to take those if you don't want to. And colleges are like, yeah, it's racist. It's really kind of a problem. University of California, the system there for the university, ending the use of the SAT because it's a racist test. 1,000 colleges have now said we're eliminating it. Graduate schools are also eliminating the GRE entrance exam. Virginia Department of Education getting rid of accelerated math courses for 11th grade because they improve equity in mathematics and learning opportunities. I need the best mathematician, not one who had the standards lowered for them. We're putting a man in space. I want to make sure the math is right. And what happens? If it's not right, somebody dies. And then who gets the blame? The system? The group? Why didn't you have somebody else checking his math? You knew he didn't have the highest scores. Well, okay. Students who didn't sign the petition at the University of Columbia last spring, when medical students demanded they stop being graded by their professors, students who didn't sign the petition were warned they would be outed for being willing to sit in their own privilege at the expense of their black and brown peers. Are you telling me that doctors, medical students who are black or brown can't get a good grade? And if that's true, then maybe I shouldn't go to a doctor. I should start judging people by the color of their skin because you're telling me they're incapable of getting a good score. So are they incapable of being doctors too? Because I think that's really racist. Common sense, America. Common sense. We have to begin to take a stand on some of these things, and a hard stand on them, or we're going to lose everything. We welcome back to the program Ami Horowitz, who a lot of people do man on the street stuff. I believe he is by far the best at this. He gets people to talk and engage, and nobody feels stupid in the end, and you gain some real understanding. And they're great to share with people, especially on the other side. Ami, welcome back.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about the whole idea of there will be an America that we all recognize in 10 years.
Yeah, there will be. In 10 years, for sure. 100%. There's so much gas in the tank from over the past few decades of success that they'll carry us for a decade or two. Having said that, it's the next 10 years which will decide the fate for the next 100 years. We'll know the answer in 10 years. We'll know the direction the country is going in 10 years. Of that, I have no doubt. In which direction we will go, it is up in the air, and it's up to us to fight for us to win that ideological battle.
We know which direction the Biden administration is going to take us, and that is into a whole new kind of. I mean, they're talking about resetting and doing, getting rid of capitalism and into stakeholder capitalism, which is not capitalism; it's an oligarchy. So we know that they are on this path right now, and that, I mean, I think they've got a short time period to pull that off. They've got about 2 years, unless they completely destroyed the election process by then.
Yeah, one of the most insidious parts of the left is their changing of the language, right? They're denuding of power from words, like racism is a meaningless word now, right? And one of the things they've done, and if you've noticed it, that the word that the left used most often was equality. Right?
Yep.
That was the buzzword and what have they changed it to?
You're so right.
Equity.
Equity.
And what does that mean? There's a very specific meaning to their version of the word equity, which means ownership. And what it means is we have to get equal outcomes, right? What was equality? Equal opportunity. That is a disgusting notion to them now. Now they want equal outcome, and that's what equity gives them.
Well, I'd love to invite you back tomorrow because you understand the mind of the left probably better than anybody else, and I'd like to peer into that mind.
Ooh, it's a dark mind.
You can see. It's a dark place.